evening.
Good evening and welcome to round 11 in VPL 1 Victoria. It's another home game for the Preston Lions and they have won 4 on the trot in all competitions. The Lions have hit their straps and they make 2 changes to their starting lineup tonight to face Werribee City. Dean Larson and Marcus Schroen drop out of the starting lineup due to injury. In comes Andrea Roksandich into midfield. And it's a big night for Jake Tchaikovsky. 2 years at the club, but this is his first competitive appearance after being ruled out for the entirety of last season due to injury. Bon Scott continues between the sticks. Dom Felino and Aaron Anderson alongside Adrian Valenti in defence. Wesley Gibello and Connor Bell on the flanks. Luke Jego alongside Roksandich in midfield, and Will Bainham and Matty Whelan are the strike partnership up top. Matthew Symes, Brandon Lawton, Choctaw, Luke Aresti, Alec Mills and Syed Fatemi are on the bench. And for Werribee City, there are 2 changes from the side who went down 2-1 against Northcote City last weekend. Peter Georges and Michael Eager come into the lineup. Joseph Vasile drops out of the squad and Ali Dula back onto the bench. Nick Arish is the goalkeeper between the sticks. A back 4 of Diego Miranda, Ishmael Mohammed, Mackenzie Lemon and Tomoya Uemura, although one of those players may move into midfield to accommodate Eager. Brad Murray, Dante Sakita and Tom Biss are the midfield trio. Tom Biss, the top scorer in the team with 4 goals, and he scored last weekend as well. Miloš Marinkovic leads the line. And on the bench for Werribee City alongside Ali Dula, Misha Marson, Thomas Magarelli, Ahmed Iadam, Massimiliano Sampalesi and Ibrahim Mohammed. Werribee sitting in 13th place in the league. Just 1 win so far this season, but they could climb to 10th with a win tonight. Preston 3rd in the table after jumping 5 spots with a win over Melbourne City on Sunday. They could go up to 2nd depending on the result of Northcote's game this evening. My name is Josh Parrish and I'm delighted to announce that I have a special guest alongside me this evening, none other than club legend Rob Stambolziev. Stambo, how does it feel to make the leap up to the commentary box?
It's the great view. Obviously, you'd love to be out there playing with the boys, but yeah, it's good that the 2nd in the league possibility to come tonight. So yeah, very excited. Playing great football, and hopefully it continues tonight.
Well, we're about to get underway. Very healthy crowd here at Jenna Steele Stadium once again. Preston Lions continue in the red and black stripes, the 3rd kit model after the 1994 championship winning team, the 30th anniversary of that VPL title this year. Werribee City in their home kit is the yellow and black stripes. And tonight's broadcast brought to you by Novi Homes, our matchday sponsor. We thank Novi Homes for their proud support of the Preston Lions. Well, a real sense of occasion this evening. It's a chilly one. Fans still making their way through the gates. And we can already see that Ishmael Mohammed has moved into midfield tonight with Eager taking up his familiar role in the heart of the back line. Coming back from a few games suspension after a nasty 2-footed challenge against Melbourne Victory. That game ended in absolute disaster for Werribee City. Not only did they lose on the night again at Galvin Park, but they ended with just 8 players on the field after 3 red cards in the final moments. So those players only just coming back into the lineup through suspension. And here is Jake Tchaikovsky with his first proper touch of a ball in a Preston Lions shirt in a competitive sense. He's played a few pre-season friendlies. He was injured on the eve of last season, Stambo. How good is it to have Jake Traj in the first team lineup?
Look, this kid's put in all the work to be back on the pitch now, and just wish him all the best tonight. It's a big moment. His family's down from Sydney, so it's kind of worked out very well, and just hopefully he just eases himself into the game and clean sheet.
Well, proud moment for Jake. I've joked with him over the last couple of years that he's the only player with more Lions Den appearances than first team appearances, but that changes tonight. At least it begins. Fantastic to have a great clubman rewarded with a starting berth in the heart of defence. Here he is now, the number 12. On to Valenti. Connor Bell popping up on the left. Connor Bell down the line, going at his fullback. Options in the middle in the shape of Whelan, but the cross doesn't quite reach him. Roxandich winning a contested header and trying to feed it to the feet of Will Bainham. It's just wrong-footed him. Well, last season it was one win each. Preston with a 1-0 win early goings at Galvin Park, but then the corresponding home tie here won't be fondly remembered by Preston fans, a 3-1 defeat. Although not many of the players involved tonight played in that game. Only Mackenzie Lemon, the centre-back from Werribee, was on the park that day. Huge amount of squad turnover.
And also from our team, only Roxandich.
Yeah, only Roxy and Connor Bell.
Oh, Connor Bell, that's it.
Delano Ferro and Nick Dibb also on the team sheet that night, although they haven't made the squad this evening. This is Tom Biss. Can't quite find the feet of Miloš Marinkovic. Aaron Anderson looks up for the long diagonal and he's found Matty Whelan on the far side. Whelan with a great first touch. Options in the middle for Whelan.
Yes,
and it's turned home. And Connor Bell makes it a perfect start for the Preston Lions. He won't score an easier goal. And it's hats off to Matty Whelan with some silver service. That was beautifully worked, Stambo. What a ball from Aaron Anderson.
That's the thing. He's done it quite a lot throughout this season. You see that Whelan peels off to the left there, found him beautifully. He runs down the line. And then, as you know, Connor Bell in the box, dangerous. Good to see him get it on the goals again this year. But the front three movement of these boys in the last few weeks has really turned it up a notch.
Well, there are just so many options available to him, Matty Whelan, once he'd taken that great first touch to not only bring the ball down but knock it past the defender. And it was, you know, take your pick. Three queuing up for it in the box. And Connor Bell smashes it in from about less than a metre out. He's right on the goal line. And here's Jabello.
Yes!
For Bell again! Unbelievable! Lightning strikes twice. Inside 30 seconds. Connor Bell has two, and this time it is a beautiful inch-perfect delivery from Wesley Jabello.
Well, definitely worked on the left side, so we thought, well, let's go down the right. Even better delivery there by Jabello. And back-to-back finishes by Connor Bell. Julian Mick on the Facebook Live must be going wild.
Well, you can't get much more efficient than that. 2 shots, 2 goals, 2-0. And Werribee must be wondering what on earth has hit them.
They've been stung early.
It's a little bees pun there, Stan.
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
I liked it.
You went full mute on me.
Well, Preston could hardly have dreamed of a more perfect intro here. Roxandich has given the ball away. Curse of the commentator there. Marinkovic for Werribee. It's a decent delivery. And free kick goes the way of Preston. Tomoya Uemura penalised. They have shuffled the pack here. Werribee. Dante Sakita is back at left back after playing midfield last week. Uemura has gone up to this left wing position. It was a shock to see him in the box, usually a left back. It was intercepted by Mackenzie Lemon's header. Michael Eager feeds it out to the right. Connor Bell sliding in for an interception that he couldn't quite complete. And here comes Tom Biss, feeding a ball down the right. Cross is really well blocked by Connor Bell, working back in defence.
Can do it both ends of the field, Jeffrey.
Absolutely. It's been in the 6-yard box for 2 tap-ins, but you've got to make the runs and put in the effort, and he certainly has so far. Absolutely electric start from Preston star man. Here is Michael Eager. Miranda. Lemon for Sakita. Dante Sakita with a high raking ball. Jake Trajkowski heads away and Valenti back to Bon Scott to clear. Muhammad. Brad Murray. Eager trying to calm things down. Miranda. Georges back to Muhammad. Little clip ball in, looking for Uemura again. And comfortably dealt with. Adrian Valenti knocks it into touch.
There's nothing worse as an opposition team coming to Jenna Steele Stadium with a game plan of keep it close quite early and then conceding 2 goals. Now that the game will open up, hopefully Preston can capitalise on their open space.
Certainly Werribee trying to muster a response here. Georges. It's a misplaced pass that draws some jeers from the home fans in the shed. Now, if you flicked it on late, you've missed a lot. 2 perfectly crafted team moves. Matt Whelan laying it, first one on a plate for Connor Bell to turn home from point blank range. And the second, a lovely early delivery from Wesley Gibello. Another consummate finish from Connor Bell to make it 2-0. 2 goals in the space of less than a minute. And Preston in a commanding position early here. Still a lot of football to be played, of course. Foligno. Bainham. Oh, a little nutmeg from Will Bainham, but second defender Tom Biss came in to steal it. Brad Murray loses out. Murray again.
You can see Will done the nutmeg, lost the ball in position, but you see him chasing again to win that ball back. And you see now Foligno with the ball in his hands.
Well, he's sort of a 9.5 in this team.
Well, he gives you the goals. He was scoring goals at the early season, but you can see that he's involved in the play as well. It's a great interchange with him and now Whelan throughout the last games. Since that, we have been scoring a lot more goals since the inclusion of Whelan.
That's a brilliant piece of defending from Jake Trajkowski. And he sets Connor Bell away with the pass as well. Bell. Ambitious ball. Ooh, nervy touch from Dante Sakita. He made up for it by jinking past Matt Whelan, but he almost got it caught under his feet there in a dangerous area. A little deflection on that ball. And now Milos Marinkovic tries to craft something down the right. It's another ambitious cross and misses everybody. Here's Foligno to take the throw. Long one for Bainham. Mackenzie Lemon went down in a heap, clutching his face. Play goes on with Will Bainham's attempted cross. Lemon back to his feet now, but the referee has stopped play for a head injury.
I think Will had a lot of space down the line if he had continued the run instead of putting the ball early. Bailey could have been on his hat-trick in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Oh, it would have been a record time, I think.
Rival foulers and Manes.
Preston will get the ball back here. And then we go through Foligno and Anderson. Oh, over the head of Sakita. And Wesley Jabello's a good chance
Bell's
here.
running in.
Connor Bell's in the middle waiting for the hat-trick. Michael Eager turns away the danger. Jabello runs into traffic that time. Challenge from Sakita. Foligno hooks it over his head. Will Bainham just hesitated a touch, but so did Brad Murray, and Preston have the ball back. And it's Jego who feeds it out to Will Bainham to cross early. Well, that's the favoured formula so far. Sakita back to his goalkeeper, Nick Erish. Good challenge from Bainham. Deflected cross straight into the arms of Eris.
Bainham's pressure is really causing problems for the Werribee in transition from defence to attack.
Yeah, they can't keep it. Will Bainham's work rate and physical presence. Can work back here on Ibrahim Mohammed. Sorry, Ismail Mohammed. There's another Mohammed on the bench for Werribee tonight, Ibrahim. Ismail Mohammed, though, recently made his debut for the Somalian national team in March, called up to face
Congrats to the Mohammed family.
Absolutely. A few familiar faces in that Somalia team, including Yusuf Ahmed of Avondale. Great to see MPL and VPL players make their mark on the international stage, as Preston's own Syed Fatemi has recently. He's on the bench tonight, the Afghan international. Brad Murray winning the ball back off Whelan, but he doesn't get far. Not with Andrea Roxandich around.
He's been doing that time and time again for the last 7 years.
Preston's longest serving player, Mr. Reliable for a reason. And that's another attempted long pass from Whelan. Doesn't quite meet its intended target this time. Very nice idea from the Irishman. Biss. Back to Murray. Teasing ball, looking for Georgiez. And the flag was up. It would have been offside. Referee pays advantage. Jego out to Foligno. Valenti. Tchaikovsky. Connor Bell. Defender all over him, and whistle goes for Connor Bell. Diego Miranda trying the old Jamie Elliott at the MCG. Little knee in the back. Didn't quite get the height.
Very hard for Werribee now to try and get themselves back into the game, knowing that Preston, anytime going forward, can cause them heaps of problems, opening up spaces, and Preston capitalising.
See, they're trying to spread the pitch a bit more, but it's just an air of hesitancy.
And any mistake or misplaced pass, Preston are there just to swarm and turn it into attack.
Well, for the second week in a row, Preston making a breakthrough in about 5 minutes, and putting the onus on the opposition to make something happen. And you get in these semi-transition situations where Connor Bell is very slippery indeed. Couldn't get away from Ishmael Muhammad. Said it's Diego Miranda. Biss went to ground.
Oh, it's a long advantage.
That's a very interesting advantage because I think Miranda had all the time in the world to play that pass. Very generous from the referee tonight, Tom Elliott, I should say.
This is where Preston have to keep themselves concentrated with the set pieces. They've got some tall players here at Werribee. Set pieces will be a factor for them.
It's Dante Sakita over this one. Decent delivery too, and it's a flicked header goalwards. And Werribee's first chance of note falls to Milos Marinkovic. Never in danger of troubling Bon Scott's goal. Foligno forward. Mackenzie Lemon equal to that one. Scotsman in defence. Muhammad. Eager. Finding Murray. Well, playing two strikers sometimes leaves you short in midfield, but you can see Preston can effectively box it up with four players when they want to.
With the help of Bannon dropping into that sort of 10 spot when out of position, then playing as a 9 and interchanging with Whelan. They're communicating really well, and it's very hard for Werribee to get out of their own half.
See Whelan's dropping a bit deeper this week, it seems like. Yeah. Hasn't been such a defined role between the two up front.
And that's the thing, it's a bit of a sacrifice because both would want to be in the box scoring goals, but seeing them one working hard for the other to try and create, and you know, it doesn't just help them, it helps the other wide men as well.
Much less predictable when you don't know who's going to be the 9 and who's going to drop in and who's going to shift wide. And you saw Connor Bell and Whelan basically swap positions in the lead up to the opener. It keeps the defence guessing. That offside flag was eventually spotted by Tom Elliott, who had his back to the assistant on the far side. Good distance on the throw from Foligno. Straight to Murray. He gets a second bite at it. And it's a lovely switch, actually.
And Valenti can drive now.
Side-footed volley across the pitch. And now Valenti waits a nice ball to Connor Bell. He clips it into the danger zone. And it's deflected behind for the first corner of the evening.
We all know that Anderson is very dangerous in the air. But could we get a Jake Tchaikovsky debut goal?
We could only dream of such scripts being written, Stambo, but we'll have to wait and see. Anderson, the more obvious target, with 2 goals already this season. No Marcus Schroen today. There's that aerial threat off set pieces, but there's still plenty of options. It's Luke Jego's in-swinger, and it was Anderson at the back stick, and he just got underneath it. Slightly awkward flight on the ball. And it's spooned up almost off the back of his head straight to errors. That was a big chance.
Look, he'd probably be a bit disappointed that he didn't get more on it.
Oh, player slipping all over the place, and Muhammad is down hurt. Here comes Luke Jego. Jego lining one up, and it's deflected, and Erez prevents the corner. And now he will stop the game due to injury for Ishmael Muhammad.
We know how dangerous Jego is running into the space there and coming in like he did against Caroline Springs.
Absolutely.
That's a corner.
Oh, that one's trickled out, in fact. Nick Erez couldn't quite keep that one on, in the opinion of the assistant. Jordan English on the near side. In swinger is a good one again, and Anderson with the volley. Well, he's just a magnet for the ball off those set pieces at the moment, Aaron Anderson.
Oh,
and what about the back heel? Bit of magic from the centre back. Connor Bell slipping one in for Luke Jago on the angle. Gibello was steaming in, so too Valenti, who's brought down, and it's a penalty. A mistimed slide from Ismail Mohammed, who was down hurt just moments ago. Adrian Valenti got there first, and Preston will have a spot kick, and surely Connor Bell gets his chance to make it a hat-trick in just 24 minutes.
Well, he hasn't gone to the ball yet. He's with the referee, checking on Valenti being injured. Willen with the ball in his hands. Now he makes his way. You'd want to get the hat-trick out of the way. No, it doesn't look like he's going for it.
Well, there you go. It's going to be Luke Jago. Connor Bell deciding to share the love there.
Oh, Willen.
Oh, no. It is Matty Whelan. My mistake.
What a teammate. A lot of selfish players would want that hat-trick. It shows the teammate that he is, giving the ball to Whelan, who did give him an assist earlier.
Oh, there you go. Werribee still deep in conversation with the referee over the decision. It seemed a pretty straightforward one to me.
Yeah, correct. Studs up in the box. Shouldn't be sliding in like that. Werribee, you know, under pressure from countless corners coming in the box. Can't get out of there, even their penalty box. Preston really dominating early on in this game, and hopefully 3-0 and continue to keep scoring.
Is it a tactic from the defensive team to keep arguing for as long as possible, to sort of ice the kick taker and
I think so.
Give him a long time to think about it?
I think so. Bit of mind games here. Whelan's probably seen it all throughout his time. I'm sure this will be tucked in away. We'll be celebrating press number 3 in 25 minutes.
Well, the responsibility falls to Matt Whelan. It's Nick Erez in his way. Whelan from 12 yards sends the keeper the wrong way. And Preston have a third. They are rampant. Matty Whelan with his third goal in all competitions this season. And the Irishman was ice cool. He waited and he waited. And Erez committed himself. And he just rolls it the other way, effortless.
They could have argued for 5 minutes there and you would have still done the same thing. Great goal by Whelan. Preston very dominant early, and this is one where the team would want to go and keep scoring more and more. It's a performance that the fans are really going to get behind, that we deserve at the home ground and leading to the FFA Cup. So that's good.
Yeah, exciting times for Preston. Not only 3-0 up at home, but with a cup tie, as you mentioned, Stambo, on Tuesday night here on the 30th against Sydenham Park. It's a Macedonian derby, so make sure you get down for that one. If you're watching at home this evening, 8 p.m. kickoff, slightly earlier time for that midweek game. And there is plenty on the line, not only progression in the cup, not only bragging rights in the local Maso derby, but a mouth-watering tie with South Melbourne in the next round awaits the winner of that one.
That's one everyone will be looking forward to, but the main job is to get past Sydenham first. Good, proud tradition for the Macedonians to get around on Tuesday night, so looking forward to it.
It's going to be a wonderful celebration of both clubs and the shared support and culture. As Bainham knocks one long, but just the late presence of Mohammed there put him off. Eager clears, flicked on by Marinkovic. Valenti with a foot in. Murray, little pocket of space. Takes a couple of touches too many. And he's got the whistle there. Maybe slightly fortunate to get it when he ran into traffic. Tom Biss losing that ball in flight. Preston playing their way out through Luke Jago. Tchaikovsky. No chances taken there. Flicked on by Mohammed ahead of the contest.
moments like this, where now Werribee just want to get to the half-time 3-0, regroup, but Preston ain't going to let them, as you see now with Valenti.
There's still so much time left in this half, and Matt Whelan is making a nuisance of himself again. Doesn't quite find Will Bainham with the back heel, but it was a lovely idea. Georges out to Miranda. Tom Biss in a bit of trouble. Just about skips away with Roxandich snapping at his heels.
Great work.
Great press from Bainham again. Whelan. Back to Bainham. Gibello in space on the right. Wesley Gibello trying to go around Sakita. He'll get a corner for his troubles.
Nothing worse than seeing, being the left back and seeing Gibello just running at you one-on-one for that space. Has impressed in his coming down from France. Been really impressed with Gibello.
Yeah, well, he arrived a little underdone, we heard, but you can see every week he's getting fitter and stronger and more dynamic. Valenti with the in-swinger. Can't beat the first man this time. Out to Foligno, decent shape on it, helped on and into the arms of Nick Ellis.
Don't let it bounce.
Oh, it's Tom Biss onto the flicked header. There's Miloš Marinkovic. And Foligno's gone down hurt. And instead, the free kick goes Werribee's way. Tom Foligno could hardly believe it. Sakita's delivery. The low cut back was easy pickings for Valenti.
Stay in.
Gee, Wesley Gibello gave up on that one a little early, perhaps. That one almost stayed in. As the lights go out in the back pitch here. Eager. Miranda for Murray. Valenti steaming in there, and Will Bainham caught going in the wrong direction. Anderson punches the pass through the lines.
Great
Matt
turn.
Whelan with a lovely spin. Prompts the run of Jego. Preston a little on each other's toes there, and they'll settle for a throw.
But it's how the way we want to be playing. Send it back into the front man. Forward pass, lays it off. Great turn by him. Just get the wingers involved and forward runs.
Really impressed with Anderson's distribution tonight. Foligno, Gibello. Oh, Foligno just tried to feign the cross and give himself an extra yard, but slightly too much on the ball.
As much as we want to keep seeing goals, the main thing is to keep the clean sheet for Preston. You don't want to give any belief to Werribee going into the half.
You certainly don't want to give teams life. Werribee a long way from regaining a foothold in this one. 32 minutes played, 2 goals for Connor Bell, and a penalty from Matt Whelan is the difference. Preston have been wholly dominant. Just one shot from the visiting Werribee City. Moves Sakita back into midfield now as Uramura goes wide. Lemon, telegraph that pass a mile away, and Wesley Gibello skips into space. It's square for Matt Whelan. Time to measure his options. Connor Bell with a lovely run. It's Connor Bell and it's wide. And you thought that was 3. But Connor Bell just couldn't squeeze it in. And it's that familiar combination again.
Be kicking himself, that one. Could have got the hat trick. There, keeper coming out, maybe go around him.
You could see what he was trying to do, just take it early as the keeper's going down, try and slip it underneath him and into the corner, but just couldn't find the angle.
But Whelan finding space in that midfield constantly and picking out the pass whenever he's got the chance.
He had a lot of time on the ball there too, Whelan, with Werribee backing off, and Connor Bell making another one of these runs now. When he gets on his bike, he's pretty hard to track.
You can just see the different speed from him when he's stop to start. It's just a real handful for the Werribee players.
There aren't many quicker in this league off the first 5 or 6 metres than Connor Bell. Sakita.
Well done, Jake.
Spotted a mile away by Jake Tchaikovsky. On his Preston debut, remember. Bainham making the most of a loose ball. Feeds it through looking for Whelan. The keeper didn't come out there. And again, Werribee players just at 6s and 7s, not on the same page. Well, Don Barber's men have been a bit of a rabble so far. They've got some sorting out to do at the break.
A lot of these boys will be looking forward to the Preston game in front of a big crowd, probably invited friends and families. And it's very hard when you don't get a chance to impress when you don't have the ball. So Preston really dominating this display. It's really good, great to see.
Well, just the work rate and the physicality and the organisation of the forward press has been so good to see. Defending from the fronts. Playing really dynamic, direct football. Ulamura goes long up the line. Roxandich has been excellent at the heart of midfield. Mohammed for Marinkovic. Georges. A little back heel for Sakita. He's got a decent cross on him, Sakita, but Jake Tchaikovsky equal to it again. Oh, was that Aaron Anderson, I think, actually, with the stooping header. And Jake Tchaikovsky playing cheerleader behind him.
You wouldn't think that it's his debut tonight. Feels like he's been there the last 2 years.
Well, you won't find a more dedicated clubman. Set up to every game, every training, no matter what sort of condition he's been in. With his ongoing injuries, he
does all the extras, all the recovery, does all the right things. And you couldn't wish. Great person as well.
Whelan loses out to Uramura. Marinkovic, Sakita. Eager will go back to Eresh. Nick Eresh puts his foot through it. Stands up. Flipped on by Georges, but Preston defence sweep things up.
Oh,
Connor Bell. Lovely ball to pick out Adrian Valenti. Low delivery for Whelan, and Eager got his foot there just in time. Well, there's just this swagger and confidence at the moment. Preston players knowing when they have an extra moment to measure the pass. And
that's what happens on this pitch. Once it opens up like this, you do find those spaces. And Preston are capitalising. See Bally getting in those half pockets, and then allows Valenti to overlap there into space and get across in.
It's going to be Luke Jago's ball in.
Great ball.
Putting pressure on the keeper again. And it's a foul that goes Werribee's way. Well, a little bit of jostling in the 6-yard box. It was cleared off the line, but it won't count. And Werribee restart with a short free kick. Uemura. Biss. Looking for Muhammad. Werribee opening Preston's press up for one of the first times this evening. Marinkovic. Chopping inside Roksandich. Marinkovic's shot is against Foligno and behind for a corner. That's Werribee's first corner of the night. And up come Mackenzie Lemon and Michael Eager from the back. Eager, a very experienced campaigner, 3-time Victorian title winner. It's over his head though. And it's Matty Whelan who clears the danger. Chance to cross again. Valenti in bravely. Roksandich. Oh, just hesitated. Andrea Roksandich then, and he found Michael Eager, of all players, pressing on his blind side. Michael Eager in nosebleed territory for a centre-back. And kind of tracking his man all the way to win a throw. And turned over cheaply. Miranda's throw in. Peter Georges been elevated to the starting lineup tonight. Former Avondale youngster. Couldn't control that one. Just come off a stint in the US with the Eastern Florida Titans in the college system. Foligno.
Off the second balls here. Go Will.
Gibello challenging well, but Uemura just got his body in front of Gibello there to win a free kick. Japanese defender did well to anticipate the contact. Marinkovic. Tomoya Uemura. Lemon. Oh, it's a great switch from Lemon. Valenti heads back to Scott and almost in for an own goal. Well, Werribee's best shot of the evening, and it's friendly fire. Scott coming out a hair quicker than Adrian Valenti expected there. And
Valenti breathes a sigh of relief on that one.
Absolutely.
Great ball in between the centre-back and the full-back, causing a bit of problems there, but dealt with in the end.
Approaching half-time now. Werribee just building a couple of attacks in the last couple of minutes that Preston will want to snuff out, but it's been largely very smooth sailing so far.
Bit of sustained pressure in Preston's half, but Preston dealt it with it really well.
And you expect that as well. You expect a response from any team in this league. We know how competitive this comp is. You don't have many easy games.
Any team can beat anyone.
And referee ordering a retake. I think because a Preston player was in the box off that one. As we know, you don't have to leave the box with a goal kick these days, but
They're only starting to play with the centre backs into the 6-yard box these days as well. Both sets of teams trying it out.
It's very much in vogue since the rule change.
Anderson dominant back there again. Snuffs out the danger.
Foligno in no mood to play ball boy. Uemura. Gibello. Slides it in to Matt Whelan.
Been dangerous all night with.
Just lost his bearings there with the pass, but I think he was fouled. Held back. Another pretty generous interpretation of the advantage law from the referee tonight. Plenty of referees in this comp would say you had your chance, you messed it up.
Yeah, if he had pulled his top, then where's the yellow? He was on his way.
True. Assume it was a pullback on Whelan. It might have been a foul behind play, but...
Can Preston get one more before the end of the half?
Foligno. Into Gibello.
Tried to win the corner there.
Trying to be too clever by half. Wesley Gibello and knocking it straight out for a goal kick instead of against the shins of the defender.
Played percentages, we've been dominating that sort of corners. So probably thought get a corner, get Anderson on one of those crosses again.
Absolutely, the thinking was spot on. The execution, not quite so much from the Martinique international. Jego out to Jack Tchaikovsky. Anderson back to Luke Jego, wearing the captain's armband tonight in the absence of Marcus Schroen. Wouldn't stick with Gibello. Mohammed was the runner, but Tom Biss didn't measure the pass. Kiwi frontman who's got one A-League appearance under his belt, but it came 12 years ago for the Wellington Phoenix. Spent the last 3 years with Brunswick City. I believe a brief spell at Eastern Lions as well.
I'm sure he remembers those A-League days fondly.
A-League day, anyway. Will Bainham winning the ball back again, clipping it into the area. Matt Whelan was waiting for it to drop. Sakita making a hash of things. Jego out to Gibello. Bainham is the spare man on the right if he can find him. Instead, Gibello takes it infield. Valenti finding a gap between two players. Connor Bell standing it up. Luke Jego. And, well, I think the referee paid advantage there. Preston might have preferred the free kick for the earlier foul on Adrian Valenti.
All day. All day.
And again, great transition defending from Aaron Anderson. And that will see out the half in very comfortable fashion indeed. Preston Lions in control. An explosive first 5 minutes. 2 goals in the space of about 30 seconds from Connor Bell. And both similar in their execution. Low crosses into the box and powerful finishes from close range. And it was Adrian Valenti who was first to a loose ball. And Ismail Mohammed in late with the sliding tackle after a series of desperate interventions in Werribee's own box. Connor Bell could have stood up to try and seal his hat-trick. Instead it was Matt Whelan who took the penalty instead and converted it with ease. Preston 3 to the good at the break. Rob Stambolziev, what did you make of that performance?
You could have scripted it better. Preston at home, coming against a team that is below on the table. It's what they would have wanted. Come score early goals and in the end go 3-0 up and keep it at 3-0. And looking forward to the second half where, you know, continuing to apply that pressure and score 4, 5 and 6.
Well, hopefully more of the same after the break. It'll be a pretty easy halftime team talk for Louis Etsevsky and his team. A lot to do for Don Barber and Werribee City. We'll take a short break here on the Preston Lions live stream. Thanks to Novi Homes today, our match day sponsor. The halftime score is Preston Lions 3, Werribee City 0. Well, I'm joined here at halftime by Silvana Namoski.
Hey.
Welcome to the
Thank
top of
you.
the scaffold. I don't think you've ever
I
been
know,
here
no,
before.
I haven't. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I'm terrified.
Well, I've brought you up here for a good reason, because we've got our women's coterie event coming up. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So I think it's our fifth year now. So our women's coterie aims to raise profile of women in sport, and particularly, I guess, raise the profile of our women's team here at Preston. So what we do is have a really fun evening, or afternoon I should say, with all the women, with some fun and surprises. And obviously we always have our exclusive raffle where we have a designer bag up for grabs. So yeah, it's just a really fun day.
So what are the details? Where are we off to this time?
Yeah, so it's on Sunday the 19th of May at Hubert Estate between 12:30 and 4:30, and tickets are on sale now. They're selling fast and they're closing soon, so get in quick.
Absolutely. And what are we supporting? Where do the funds go?
Yeah, they're going towards our women's program here at Preston, so really great cause, and really want to see everybody get behind the women's team here as well.
Well, thank you for making the trek up to the tower, and have fun at your big event, the Women's Coterie. Get your tickets now, selling fast.
Thank you.
We'll catch you in a few minutes. Myself and Rob Stambolziev will be back with the second half. 3-0 the halftime score as Preston take on Werribee here at BT Connor. Welcome back for the second half here at Jenna Steele Stadium. Preston Lions 3, Werribee City 0 at the break. My name is Josh Parrish, and I've got Rob Stambolziev in alongside me. And looks like Werribee City have made a halftime change, Sambo. Ali Dula coming in to the right-hand side of the attack. And they've got every reason to make changes after how the first half went for them.
They were out of the change rooms first. They came out early. You know that they've been probably shouted at, and there's
almost a chance on here for Dula, the substitute immediately, but Bond got out quickly, as you were saying.
Yeah, you know that the team talk would be to, press Preston early, try and grab a quick goal, and Preston have to try and eliminate that in the start of this game to weather that sort of pressure. Connor 1v1 here.
Here comes Connor Bell. Past Georges. The cutback is a good one! Oh. And it's just not enough on it. Too close to the keeper from Matty Whelan. A glorious chance.
That's exactly what Preston need to do once Werribee to just put an end to the game. Give them no belief to come back into the second half. It's that combination of Whelan and Bell again. Switch of play to the right back of Werribee.
Given a red card to Preston, when you get a chance. I don't know how to. Sakita onto the ball in midfield. Apologies if there's a graphical error on our stream. There has been no red card in this game. We can confirm that much. Georges. Back to Miranda. Georges again. And now Eager. Long ball easily dealt with by Valenti. Sakita. Onto Mohammed. And pass straight into touch by Ismail Mohammed. And a few hands thrown into the air and shakes the heads from him and his teammates.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You're trying to get back into the game and, you know, the little position that you do have, you're just giving it away cheaply like that. Preston will love that. Get the ball back in. Easy foul. Preston get up the pitch.
Decent ball in behind. Looking for Bainham. It's going to find its way all the way to Connor Bell, who's looking for a shot off his right foot. Finds the feet of Matt Whelan. No way through. Jego. Out to Felino. Gibello. Back to Luke Jego. Georges underneath it. And it's Jake Tchaikovsky. Valenti.
Great touch inside by Valenti there.
A double change that Werribee have made. In fact, Ibrahim Mohammed has entered the game as well. Connor Bell goes to ground. Advantage paid by the referee. It's Valenti who had 2 to aim for in the box. Couldn't quite find a teammate. Great build-up again from Preston.
That's what we love to see. Winger into the belly's feet, Valenti into belly's feet, leaves it for Bainham, one overlap through into him. Just have to pick it out to get that 4th goal.
Well, Connor Bell carving up the Werribee defence again. He was certainly fouled, but the referee saw Preston were through and in with a chance. Luke Jego's in swinger, flicked header, well saved by Erez and Tchaikovsky. Oh, there was already a free kick. We got excited up here, Stambo.
Probably would have jumped onto the pitch if he had scored.
Almost a debut goal for Jake Tchaikovsky, but the whistle had already gone. Pretty well struck on the volley. Miranda shifted infield to centre back at the half. I believe Mackenzie Lemon has made way. Michael Eager forced to go back to Eresh. Well taken on the chest. Eager. Feeds the ball out left. Low one in for Ali Dula. And Felino hacks it away into touch. Tom Biss coming inside and buying himself a corner off Andrea Roxandich.
Feels that if there is a way back in the game through for Werribee, it would be from a set piece. Can they take advantage of the corner here?
Gibello, who heads away only as far as the edge of the area. Whelan was up to contest the header. Now Bainham onto the loose ball. Valenti. And now Connor Bell is 1v1 against Diego Miranda. Miranda will get there first. And a slightly panicked clearance.
Miranda's heart would have been racing.
Well, Connor Bell was racing towards goal, and it's enough to give any defender jitters. Gibello, Jego, I should say. Valenti. Whelan. Defender sliding in well. Sakita. Mohammed wins the 50-50 with Bell, but it spills out to Dom Felino, and now Gibello. Lovely little drag back. Gave himself a yard. Jego trying the back heel. Ismail Mohammed. Oh, and the back pass was short. And Wesley Gibello is in. And how about that for a finish? An absolute pile driver. Preston are running rampant. And Wesley Gibello could hardly have struck that any sweeter. It's just arrowed into the top corner there. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper.
Werribee would have had the whole game plan in that halftime team talk to come back into the game slowly. That's pretty much put the nail in the coffin. Great play by Gibello. Top bins, pick it out.
Wow. Preston have been running and chasing and harrying the ball carrier all evening. They're like a pack of wolves chasing their prey.
Puts Werribee in kind of a predicament here. Do they kind of try and attack, try and get a goal, put some pride, or try and just shut up shop and not make this get it out of hand? We all know what Preston will be winning.
Absolutely. To Werribee going to damage limitation at this point.
And every player on the Preston team will be wanting to get their name on the team sheet, especially the subs, itching to get on.
Absolutely. Lawton, Aresti, Alec Mills for Temi, and the goal scorer off the bench last week, Choc Dow, still available to Louis Etsevsky in reserve. Biss and Mohammed exchanging passes. Uemura. Biss back to Eager. Well, as we established, most of the players weren't involved in that defeat last season, but it seems like revenge served ice cold after that 3-1 defeat at BT Connor last year to Werribee City. Certainly for Connor Bell and Andrea Roxandic, that one still burns, and they've both been crucial tonight. This is a nice move from Werribee, though. And it's a long-range attempt, which just skims over the crossbar. Needed a fingertip from Bon Scott on its way.
Great play there by Bon. Been, pretty much doing nothing all game. And when the time did come to do something, he's alive to the task.
One of the hardest things as a goalkeeper, to retain the concentration when it's largely been a Preston procession. It's a good delivery, though. Wesley Gibello rising highest off the corner kick. Bainham heads only as far as Sakita, who'll try one as well. And that one's high, wide, and less than handsome.
With the 4-0 scoreline, does Louis start looking to Tuesday's game with some of the players out there.
Well, that's the conundrum, isn't it? With a quick turnaround, although the following game in the league is at least a Monday night against Brunswick City, so that's a nice little buffer, but certainly Tuesday looms large now in the mind of Preston's management. The players, meanwhile, are focused on number 5. Georges with a challenge. He's come off second best, as most do when you run into Matt Whelan. It's just all action, isn't he, Matty Whelan? When he gets going, it's like a freight train. See how many of the Preston fans have gathered behind that goal. They're expecting action, and they nearly get it there. As Will Bainham's flicked header is brilliantly denied by Nick Erish. And the free kick goes Werribee's way.
Every time we get a corner, it does seem like we are going to score.
Yeah, set pieces look very dangerous, especially the last couple of weeks. One from a free kick, one from a corner against Melbourne City. And now here's Connor Bell from the angle. Sees his shot blocked by Diego Miranda. Connor Bell would love that hat-trick. And he demands the short corner here. Little variation. Jago's ball in, and it's punched away by Eresh. Jake Tchaikovsky. On to Matt Whelan. Whelan's cross is deep. There's Connor Bell at the back posts. And then Anderson couldn't hook it back in play. Wow, Connor Bell, we've seen him score quite a few headers across his time at Preston. He is good in the air. Just couldn't direct that one as he might have liked.
Whelan putting in deliveries that he'd want on his head.
Yeah, he's been a brilliant crosser of the ball tonight. Of course, he got his goal from the penalty spot, but we've seen him running the channels and in slightly unfamiliar territory for an out-and-out number 9. And it looks like Preston will ready a double change. Jago. Into Bainham. Great spin from Bainham, feeding Bell, who vaults the challenge and finds Whelan. And Connor Bell was alone in the middle. But Whelan couldn't get the ball there in time. Werribee City back doing some desperate defending.
Is Whelan signalling to be taken off?
Well, perhaps. It's Brandon Lawton and Alec Mills who are ready to come on. Well, this is an unfortunate end to the evening, if that is the case for Matt Whelan, who's been outstanding tonight.
Looks like Arrest is going to take the position of...
Yeah, it's going to be a triple change now.
This is hard on Whelan. He's finding his best form at the moment for goal and assist, and coming... Hopefully it's not too serious.
I believe it was a groin problem he had at the start of the season, if I'm not mistaken. He's off. He's shaking the referee's hand. So who else is joining him? I think Aaron Anderson is going to be sacrificed. He's been excellent tonight as well. It was his long arrowed pass that found Whelan in the build-up to the first goal.
See Mills take his position, probably push Jake to the right of this partnership.
Yep, Alec Mills, a natural left footer. And Tchaikovsky, pretty versatile, can play the spot. Aresti will move into a number 10 role, you imagine, behind Will Bainham. And Luke Jago comes off, replaced by Brandon Lawton. So a straight swap in midfield, and Lawton with Roxandich alongside him gets to push a little further forward. And perhaps we've seen him for most of his Preston tenure thus far. Aresti. They won the ball cleanly, but it's spilled out to Ibrahim Mohammed. Georges. Roxandich winning a contested header. It's on to Will Bainham, who has Wesley Jabello with him. It's Jabello again. Went for glory. Well, he struck the last one so well you could forgive him for trying to pick out the other top corner, but Wesley Jabello couldn't find the target that time.
As a Werribee player with tiring legs, to see 3 changes that can come in now, all hungry to get themselves into the team as well. It's a testament to the squad that Preston does have.
And it's a big incentive now with, as you say, the quick turnaround, maybe a chance for a bit of rotation against Sydenham Park on Tuesdays. Roxandich makes another interception, but it's going to be offside against Jabello, and it spares Will Bainham's blushes in the end. And perhaps you don't fully commit to the shot when you know you're off.
Will Bainham basically done everything but score tonight. Love a goal.
See how frustrated he was when his header was denied a few minutes ago. Tchaikovsky spoons up off his boot. Roxandich around the corner.
Great hold-up play by Bainham.
Just does those little things well, doesn't he? Oh, and Wesley Jabello's in space on the right, and here's Bell. Lovely layoff, Will Bainham, and that shot was blocked. Struck it firmly, but a body in the way. Sends it wide and out for another Preston corner. By my count, that's number 8 this evening for Preston, and almost all of them have looked very, very threatening.
Could give it to Aresti there.
He called it, Stambo. Aresti off the short corner. Bell. Oh, shank clearance. It's Will Bainham with the tap in at the back stick. And Preston have 5. It is Macedonia mayhem at BT Connor.
Just had said that his performance just needed a goal. Moments later, gets the goal that he deserved tonight. Will Bainham. Well, how many goals is that this season?
So for Will Bainham, that is his 5th. Very good return from the Queensland boy.
His hold-up play in the middle of the pitch. Then the forward movement to get the chance that led to the corner. At the back post. Proper finisher, Will Bainham.
And it was a little scrappy, but Bainham will take it all day. Shank clearance from Werribee. They can appeal for offside all they like, but it comes off the boot of a defender. Doesn't matter where the striker is. Right, it's Will Bainham who's charged down that clearance straight away. And Aresti finds him with a brilliant pass. Bainham onto Connor Bell. And the flag was up.
They're not resting on their laurels. They smell blood and they want more.
Yeah, it's party time. Everyone wants in on the act. And I don't think that was a shot from Connor. I think he was trying to centre it for the tap-in. Still selfless, even on 2 goals. That's 5-0. Roxanich now wearing the armband.
And again, this front 4 all scoring must be rewarding to the coaches at the attacking play. All linking up well.
It's repeating the trick against North Geelong a few weeks ago. This time it was 4 goals distributed among that front pack. I don't think Gibello got on target that night, though, so it is a season first. Oh, Aresti.
Oh, 2 megs.
What a dribble.
Go 3
megs. Luke Aresti couldn't quite gather the ball on the other side, but
you let him off.
Outrageous.
Those Werribee boys will have a few fines in the dressing room after the game.
Miranda finding Ali Dula. Biss. Georges. Ali Dula went to ground in the box.
Oof.
Oh, that's a rather agricultural challenge. And Miranda.
Don't retaliate. That's what Werribee will want.
Yeah, a little aggressive. Well, we saw the way Werribee lost their tempers collectively against Melbourne Victory. Don't want to see a repeat of that. And the first yellow card of the game, I should say, comes out for Diego Miranda after reacting poorly. And it will be another change. Here comes Thomas Magarelli. Free header for Werribee that time. Dula around the corner, but no one running onto it. Valenti will go back to Scott. Mills climbing well. Ishmael Mohammed being held by Bell. And Preston have conceded a lot of free kicks tonight, but they've all been in the forward third or middle third of the pitch, and it's all due to that high work rate, high press, trying to win the ball back as aggressively as possible.
It's good to say it's what the coaches want to see from their players, that sort of pressure. Once they lose the ball, that first 5 seconds to get the ball back and transition into attack. And Aresti's got Will Gibello on the...
Aresti. He's asked a lot of Wesley Gibello here. Gibello! Bell was in there, so too was Bainham. The ball was deflected en route and evaded both the Preston attackers. Bell back into the middle, headed down by Gibello, and then Bainham just caught the ball on the upswing and ballooned it over the bar. That's just an unlucky bounce, really, for Will Bainham.
Entertaining and exciting football by Preston tonight. Fans are really enjoying this out here on a cold Friday night.
It's enough to warm the hearts and hopefully the extremities of the watching fans. It is a chilly one. And Preston are going to empty their bench now. Chokdao and Syed Fatemi will be the 4th and 5th changes as Nick Eresh, the goalkeeper, gets some treatment. And Connor Bell won't get his hat-trick this evening. Try as he might. It's been a brilliant display, but just the 2 goals to show for it. Well, I'm not sure he's aware yet. Wesley Gibello will be replaced as well. Well, job well done from both players.
And it's looking at the bench coming on now. Chalk and Sayed, an international. Chalk, a starter, scoring last week as well. Connor Bell, 2 goals, saving it for Sydenham on third one, probably on Tuesday night. Bell back from his best from last year. We can see the signs. How many goals is that as well for him this year?
Well, with 2 tonight, that will be 5 for Connor Bell. And another brilliant shift. Gibello with a goal and an assist to his name. Very productive evening. Oh, and Roxandich caught by Biss. This is Ibrahim Mohammed. Shaving to shoot. Mohammed straight at Bon Scott.
Safe hands there by Bon Scott.
Oh, he's been very reliable so far since coming into the starting lineup. Valenti. Scott. Now chocked out with the header on for Foligno. And then darting in behind for the return. Chocked out. Has 2 to aim for in the middle. It's off the head of Eager. Ismail Mohammed. Aresti winning it back. Now Alec Mills.
Just see the fullback there has had Gibello on the whole night. Probably thinks, okay, now might have a bit of a rest. And then you see the pace of Chalk Dow there. First moments, just look at him again.
Wow, chocked out against tired legs. Might be pretty devastating. He was the super sub last week. Now Syed Fatemi. Fatemi drifting inside. Fatemi goes for goal and drags his shot. Well, it's not scored for Preston just yet. Limited game time so far with a couple of international training camps and so forth for Afghanistan, punctuating his Preston appearances.
Well, we see the immediate impact of the 2 subs combining there well.
Aresti. There's the 3rd sub. Bainham. For Dow. Foligno on the overlap. Just lacked a little pepper on that delivery. But Dow onto the loose ball with a great tackle. Chalk Dow draws a decent save out of Erez. Well, the barrage is just constant. You asked whether Werribee would try and shut up shop or go for a goal back. I think it's neither at the moment.
No. Can't shut up shop against this Preston barrage.
Absolutely relentless tonight. It's been so much fun to watch. Let's turn behind.
Even Valenti trying to go for goal.
Going for the Olympico. Bit low for an Olympico. He's certainly got enough swerve off that left boot. Valenti. Oh, you called it, Stambo.
There you go. It is. I remember taking free corners from that distance. It is a long distance, so I can imagine how much he's trying to get some power behind that. But with the whip and pace on that, keeper had to be alive and well to save that.
Erez, very busy evening for him. 6 saves and 5 that have flown past him. Valenti, he tried it again. Maybe.
3 in a row.
Maybe pushing his luck.
I think they're aware of it.
Straight into the side netting that time. Georges. Laid off by Ahmed Yadum, but can't connect with his strike partner. Former Western United player. 14 goals in 25 appearances for their under-21s last season. This is chocked out. Just ran out of real estate. Miranda, Georges. Ishmael Mohammed loses out. Bainham back chipping in defensively. Mills onto Lawton. Felino. Bizarre ricochet up into the air, and Ibrahim Mohammed takes over. Good slide from Valenti. Preston thought it was their ball. That's very ambitious from Diego Miranda. And we're back to, well, approximating where the ball went out. Roxandic knocks it on, looking for Bainham. Instead it's Miranda, back to Georges. No way past Roxandic. He ate him for Mohammed. For Temi. Throws a little step over. And maybe overcomplicated things there.
That's why, even though it's maybe 5-0 in front, you don't want to be seen getting complacent, especially in the back half.
For Temi. Another chance to get the ball up the pitch. It's blocked. Dow. Roxandic. Bainham helps it on for Choctaw, and this is a flowing counter-attack. And Aresti feeds it in behind, but the flag is up.
Well, great one-touch pass in there.
Very eye-catching stuff. I think it was Aresti who was off. Which is a real shame because Choctaw,
You're not catching Choc.
he was through. It's just a matter of finding the finish, if that had counted. Bainham, good hold-up play again to lay that off for Fatemi. Valenti. Roxandic.
It's great to see them getting out of trouble, keeping the ball in possession, knocking it side to side, getting the Werribee players to come out to them.
Well, they stayed true to the principles that have been instilled by Louis, by Christian Kristevsky, by the whole coaching crew. This is Thomas Magarelli down the left. Takes a good challenge from Aresti to see it behind for a Werribee corner. To the back post. Centering touch for Mohammed. Georges lining one up, and it's easily held by Bon Scott. Now Felino has a bit of room down the right. Bon Scott, very coolly done for Lawton. That's exactly what Preston want, and Brandon Lawton has burst through a gap here. Squares it for Aresti. Knocks it into space for Valenti. They baited the press there and zipped straight through it. Valenti, big challenge from Georges. Just in time as far as Werribee was concerned.
It's a joy to watch, Josh? This passing and movement. Lawton driving through the midfield there, opening up the space.
Just get a sense of what Preston are capable of when they play with freedom and pressure's off with the scoreline as it is. So just knock it around without fear of giving the ball away. The crowd have loved this. Brandon Lawton will get a chance to take a set piece. Well, only thing that could make this night better is a Jake Tchaikovsky goal. Stenet's errors with the punch.
He'll tell you clean sheet's enough, but I'm sure he'd love to score in front of his family down from Sydney. And
Fatemi with a good chance. And he didn't get much on it at all. In the end, Syed Fatemi, just a tame toe poke straight to Nick Erish. Would have liked that one back.
Also, I'm sure Alec Jurasevsky's watching from Sydney. Massive Jake supporter.
Absolutely. Good evening to the Baker if you are tuning in to watch your boy make his first Preston start. Tom Biss. Well, we've been so caught up with the action here, we haven't checked in with the live scores from around the ground, so I'll bring you a few of those in a moment. Roxandich for Bainham. Back to Scott. I can tell you that Northcote City are drawing 1-1 with Brunswick City, which is a good result as far as Preston are concerned. Preston still a point off second place. Chalk down, winning it back. And elsewhere, Bentley Greens continuing their good form, a goal up at home to Melbourne City in the late stages at Kingston Heath.
Great switch there by Tchaikovsky.
And Georges has done something here. He's pulled up short. Werribee a man down, but Valenti given too much to do by Lawton. Sakita. Just copped a little shove from Bainham there, just to ease him off the ball. Mills. Tchaikovsky. Foligno showed too much of the ball to the attacker, and there's a slip in the box, more so than a penalty appeal. Definitely loose footing. Dow. Jock Dow. How'd he get through there?
They're trying to kick him. They can't get it.
Jock Dow still going. What a run this is. And he squeezes it through for Bainham. But Diego Miranda gets across just in time. What's the verdict here from the referee? Corner kick.
100% corner. Defense into attack.
Resty presenting short. Instead, Valenti try and hit a teammate in the box or score himself, as we saw earlier. He's a chance from this sort of range. Oh, it's Roksandich with the header, and it's off the inside of the post. Agonising.
I think that would be his first goal if that had gone in. I don't think he has scored in the 7 years he has been here.
Would have been a first in a long time anyway. Andrea Roksandich inches away. And 3 minutes. Well, in fact, it's a substitution, I should say. 3 minutes on the fourth officials board to be added at the end of the 90. But we're not there yet.
Substitutions have Werribee made.
I think this will be the last of them. Massimiliano Sampolesi is on. And Peter Georges has run his race. Sampolesi, the Italian, who's had a journeyman career through a host of clubs from Serie D to Serie B. Won't reel off the laundry list, but had quite a few stops.
Juve Inter in there?
No Serie A clubs on the books, but plenty of obscure destinations, and you can add Werribee to that list. Arresti. Hacked down by Eager. So it will be 3 to be added at the end of the 90. But first, Preston shape for this free kick, and Luke Arresti, who won it, will take it. And now the board goes up. Arresti driven in. Valenti. Floated ball, Bainham, little back heel for Fatemi. Syed Fatemi checks past his man, but their second defender comes across in time to cover. Oh, it was good footwork from Syed Fatemi. Almost made himself enough space for a dig from the angle.
Chopped the Werribee defender, broke his ankles. Fatemi, if he had his run back, probably would have gone with the right foot. Here goes Valenti, open space, Choctaw.
Choctaw will try one from a long, long way out, and it was ambitious even by his standards. I can tell you that Northcote City have taken the lead in the 90th minute against Brunswick City, so Preston stay in third spot on a live ladder. Bentley still leading against Melbourne City.
With the run Preston is on and the way that they're playing, I'm sure they'll keep going up the table.
Well, it's so densely packed. It's only a little gap to Melbourne Victory at the top of the pile, and they'll be losing some players at the end of the A-League season as those contracted guys who evolved in the first team go on a mandatory break or some of the contracts expire. So that will be the chance for the chasing pack to make up the 7-point gap to the top. Mills. Finding Bainham. He's just been ever present, offering for the ball. Choctaw heads down. Aresti disguises the pass. Foligno into the advertising hoardings. Well, he struck it really well. Just didn't have the accuracy.
Everyone wants to get on the score sheet. Aresti does well to fake the shot and play out there to Foligno. Probably should have driven in and cut it back. There was a bunch of them waiting there for a tap in. 5 though is probably enough for the night.
Well, we'll settle for 5 anyway. As the seconds tick down on this one. Maybe time for one more Preston attack. Aresti. On for Choctaw. He's going to make him run for this one. Down makes up the ground.
One of only a few that could have kept that in.
Floats it
Even
up.
better ball.
Oh. Side for Temi was steaming in there.
Any other person is probably a lost cause. That Choctaw even kept it in, an even better ball into the box.
Well, Brandon Lawton will recycle things. And the referee Gims brings this one to a close. And Preston have absolutely demolished Werribee City tonight. Connor Bell got things off to a flyer in the first 6 minutes of this one. 2 quick-fire goals knocked home from close range. Matt Whelan added a third before half-time with a spot kick. And then an absolute pile driver from Wesley Gibello and a close range scrapper from Will Bainham, who was excellent all night and eventually got his rewards. Makes it Preston Lions 5, Werribee City 0. And quite incredible display. A clean sheet, a thumping win. Rob Stambolziev, you can't ask for much more.
There's 3-4 wins on the bounce, back-to-back clean sheets. Preston going up the table. It was a joy to watch tonight. Pleasure to be here. Napred Macedonia.
You said it better than I could, mate. Rob Stambolziev, thank you for your company, and thank you to the listeners at home for tuning in. Big thank you as well to Novi Homes, today's match day sponsor, and what a great match day they chose to sponsor. What a result. Preston Lions 5, Werribee City 0 at the final whistle. I've been Josh Parrish on behalf of the Preston Lions and On Flow Media. Thanks for watching. It's goodbye for now.